Hello, welcome. I'm with Thorsteinn Siglaugsson, who's going to present himself in a second. We're going to talk about the 6-day logical thinking process course that we regularly run in Paris because we've just come out of a new session. I've been through it now several times. Thorsteinn was first a student initially and has just been the professor, the teacher, hosting the 6-day course here in Paris for his first time. So I wanted to ask him, what was his feedback, what were his comments now that he's done it? What was it like? And maybe you should just say a few words about yourself.
Yeah, so I got acquainted with the logical thinking process first when I did the training with Bill Dettmer in 2018. And I became fascinated with it. And then I've been working with Bill now for a few years on development and training, coaching, and so on.
Yeah, the two of you do the online
coaching.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that, and this is my first time delivering the whole course here in Paris to a wide group of participants.
Yeah. You've already done some in-house.
I've done in-house training with this course, but this is the first time with a diverse set of participants.
What was it like?
It was great, It was great. It was exhausting for everyone, I think.
Thinking is hard work.
Thinking is hard work, but it's also very, very rewarding.
Yeah.
And that brought back memories of when I was doing this for the first time myself. As a student, you went home and you were basically just drained out in your brain.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So we had participants from various different companies, different industries, dealing with different subjects, different countries. We had people from the Dominican Republic, from Switzerland, from France, from Hong Kong, and the Netherlands, and all with very diverse, very different subjects, basically, ranging from how to affect a career change, to how to build or grow a company internationally, how to improve production in a very specialized market, and so on. And I think the experience and the great thing about this course, really, one of the greatest things about it is that people are learning difficult stuff. They're learning how to think more clearly, and that's what I hope always that people are going to be able to do when they've gone through the course. And they're dealing with very different subjects, and as we go along, the most of the time is taken up by basically working on their problems, through the process. And this sort of really good cooperation that forms throughout the course. And I'm always very, very happy when I see how people are starting to walk around the room, assist the others, provide insights, and so on. Because the thing is this here, that when you're working on your own problems, you tend to be a bit narrowly focused, perhaps, and then it makes such a difference to get insights from somebody who has no idea about your industry, but they can point out, okay, are you sure about that? Are you sure this leads to that, etc., and go into the discussion. And what people get out of it is not only the assistance and improving their own solution, but they're also learning about other things, Now, I know much more now, as a teacher, about the challenges with operating an electrical grid or producing machinery for fish processing, or the challenges of getting a job in project management and whatever, and or how to use AI in consulting, which are all subjects, just examples of subjects we had. So people are learning from each other, and they are teaching each other also, and of course enhancing in the end, their ability to think clearly and logically, which is something that is not natural to us humans, you know.
Right, yeah. And what I found fascinating is that I've seen this course several times now and participated in it several times, and it always does that. And I'm not quite sure what the trigger is, what the magic is, the source that does it. Because very quickly, even on the first afternoon, right, they don't really know each other yet. That's the first part of the workshop, and one of the participants walks over to the other one and starts talking, and they start and so forth. And we never had to push people, right, to help each other.
No.
They ended up spending, as much time helping others as doing their own job.
Their own stuff.
They started working in groups. If you notice that towards the second half of the course, they were often working in groups of 2 or 3, rarely alone, right?
Rarely alone.
So that's that fantastic collective thing of doing it, which obviously is not available when you do it online.
No.
It's the sort of 3-dimensional aspect of working on it with somebody else who doesn't obviously know the subject itself, and so asks stupid questions which reveal errors in logic or lack of clarity and all sorts of things. Right?
Precisely.
It's really very interesting.
Yeah, it is absolutely. Yeah.
Any other parts of the course that you want to point out as you've just been through it?
Well, I think I've covered the main aspect, of course, but the other important aspect, perhaps, is this: that people come here for 6 days with a weekend in between to recover, and they bring an important issue, problem, or maybe a strategic initiative or something like that of their own, with the aim of completing, the first round of this work, and they complete it in these 6 days. And this, of course, calls for you to set aside, 6 days to work on this. But going through this way, it's a very structured approach and step-by-step approach to defining your goals, to analyzing any problems that you might have with getting there, and figuring out conflicts, and then listing out basically how precisely you're going to get there, and you go away with a solution that is ready for full implementation. And I don't think there are many programs that really allow you to do this.
No, they left all with their hair on fire, as one says in English. They, really turned on with the idea that now they were going to be able to do it and do it differently, and know why they were doing it and what the future obstacles were going to be. It's a very, very, very interesting. And as you say, people don't often take a break for 3 + 3 days, completely focused, and it takes them to a level of consciousness and a level of understanding of the subjects they're dealing with, which unfortunately in usual day-to-day circumstances they never get to that kind of clarity and understanding.
Precisely.
So it's a lot of interesting conversations and a lot of moments. I didn't think of that. If I'd only. So that's really good. Anyway, that's the 6-day course, right? We hold it here in Paris, and not only is it's not a one-time thing, right? It's to teach people to use this in the rest of their life, right? So there's a workshop working on one problem, but the idea is then practicing it. They will continue dealing with any future challenges and problems that they have in the same way. And some of them are in fact teaching their environment, their employees in their company, to think better, to solve problems better, to find root causes in power plants and all these sorts of things. So it's all sorts of problems that will be solved. So if you're interested, see you in Paris. Thank you.
Thank you.